this time of the day, you are going to get, because the beard is very, very, very short, okay, you're going to get some underlying, a tight underlying low gradient of beard, okay, all right? I'm not going to cut that. That would typically be the third form line. I'm not going to cut that because I've already shaved today. But what I just did was I did primarily a second form reduction. I switched back to the first form on the neck, okay? The only cut I'm not going to do today is third form because I don't want to overblade, all right? There's no need to. I'm plenty close enough, and this is an exhibition. I'm not shaving to have a clear skin today. This is strictly to show you how this process works. If I wanted to go on ahead and shave that close, what I would have to do is I'd have to get some cutting balm and some water, and I would have to massage that in. But I can feel now, because again, I've already shaved today, that I'm pretty close. And I'm not going to overblade any further. There's no need to do that. Now, if you'll notice, at this point, here's my brush. If you were going to continue to shave and cut that third form, what you would do is, you take some water, drop it on the brush, okay? You can even open the breech a little bit if you want. See that? The breech is open. I drop some water on there. Go back and hit your primer. Don't put it straight, don't put this straight up. Hit your primer. Now watch. Pop it. See that? Drop some water inside the breech, tighten it down slightly, close the breech, come back, hit your primer. There's your breech. I can pop that breech and set it. Drop some slag from the primer. Look at that. You see, and you put that up, you can keep shaving. When you get that little hump, when you tighten down that knot, you compress the breech, the knot pops up, that means your brush is loaded and ready to go. And let me just show you one more time that marvelous technique. Remember, when you push the brush against the face, you open the breech. Well, when you open the breech, you empty it. See, there's your mix right there. Well, when you're working against your face, okay, you're working the breech. You're drying out the breech. What happens is the mixed media moves out to the edges of the brush, to the area that I identified years ago as the gutter of the brush. All right. Now that area will go dry on every brush. Okay, on every single brush. That will happen. So what you want to do though is you don't want to lose this stuff, because as you're pushing against the face, you're going down further and further inside the brush. And this is one of the reasons why I like a big silver tip or a big knot Super Badger brush, because that water is down inside the brush. So the thicker the knot or the deeper the knot, the better. Well, what happens is you get this migration of mix out to the rim or the gutter of the brush. Well, how do you get that? That's great stuff. You don't want to lose that. Well, take your hand, put it up like you're going to salute. Take the gutter, lock it on this rim right here between your thumb and your index finger, and just roll it. Roll it. But don't strip out the core of the brush. Keep the cream and the Oreo. All right? See? And there's right there on the top of your hand. Now look at all this. Got enough to shave 5 guys there, okay? You can shave for a month on that. Now, that's your hydrogenic sac. What you can do then is you take some cutting balm, you take a little bit of paste, and you do what is called a hand mix right there. Just mix it with your fingers, just like this. It's wonderful. Just like that. You're drying it out a little bit so it gets a little bit more stable. It's not going to dry out so fast. Okay? If you're in a big area like this, you've got, you know, you're taking a lot of time to shave or whatever, take that, lay it up, put a piece of steel to it. When you're done with your brush, go on ahead and pinch out the core the core of the mix in the brush, okay, you've just killed it. That's a dead brush now. Take it, put it in the water, okay, or you can hold it up under your tap, wash it out with hot water really well, okay. I kind of prefer to just rinse it out under the sink, but I have to do it this way today because I don't have a tap. And then what I want you to do is hold it down like this, rotate it, and just go on ahead and what we call it flaring the canopy. Just roll the brush, rotate the brush, flare the canopy, and get that brush reset, okay? And there's your gutter right there, okay? And you're ready to go. Do that one more time. Now this is a heck of a nice brush because it's really, really, really loaded with mix still. So it's holding that mix really nicely. Rotate, dilate that canopy, all right? And you're ready to go. And I'm Charles Roberts. Thank you for joining me.